All right, everyone, we're live, and I want to thank everyone for joining. They only got a few visitors already. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And of course, hopefully, you guys know me. I'm Joe the host of Beyond the Woodline, and I have my lovely and talented co-host, Miss Shannon Rogers. Shannon, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. What you been up to?
A lot. I've been booking a lot of stuff. A lot of. We're actually going to be in the woods in February in Louisiana, and you know about it, Joe, and Beth knows
Yeah,
about it. Are you
yeah.
coming, Beth?
I'm trying.
Okay, I know it's a task to get there, but what we're doing is we found this homestead out in the middle. Well, a lady named Chris did out in the middle of nowheres in Louisiana, and the basically the factory that was in that town had poisoned the water supply, so the town just disappeared. People died off, people moved away, and it's overgrown and dilapidated. So about 20 of us, like veteran investigators, are going out there, and we're gonna go off into the woods and campfire and bonfire and barbecue and have a good time. So that's, besides all the other events going on, that's the one I'm really looking forward to. That, and at the end of the month, I'm going to be up in Montana. We finally got that one confirmed and rescheduled. So for Dumas
That's,
Brothel
oh, that's pretty
with
cool.
Phoenix Rising and Grim Patel. Yeah.
That's gonna be awesome.
And what about you,
Mm-hmm.
Miss Beth? What you got going on?
I'm preparing for the paranormal wedding of the fucking century.
There you go. There you go.
Yes.
Uh,
Correct.
it's
Yeah, that's
gonna
pretty
be
cool.
Right.
it's gonna be packtastic. Denise and Ernie are getting married.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty
Um,
cool.
Getting ready for that. Started working on a book. Um, got a lot of stuff
Yay.
going on this year. So I'm excited to see what 2021 is going to be like. I want to do a Wicked Woman event that's going to be strictly for women. Um, it's dangerous for everyone that is married. Their wives will come back broken. Um, yeah, Todd commonly tells everyone, do not leave your wife with Beth. She will come back broken. Or
I'm
talk
single.
back.
I'm in.
There you go. Well, I won't have to worry about that, I guess.
Well, you can
So,
come since we love you. You
oh,
know.
thank you. Yeah, oh, yeah. Well, I love you guys too. I really do. I'm honored to be in your circle now.
Oh,
So,
you guys are family, no matter what. I
yeah,
was
that's
talking about you guys on the show the other night. It doesn't seem like there was a time that you guys haven't been a part of my life. It's like I met you guys, and it's like, wow, I feel like I've known you forever.
yeah. That same
Yeah, I
thing.
agree.
I'm pretty sure people in the best circles probably getting tired of hearing about me and Shannon.
They look the girls want to meet Shannon so bad. They're like, oh, yeah, she's
So
gonna
sweet.
fit right in.
I'm a hot mess in a handbag, girl. Let's do
They'll be
it.
like, what is that? The hookers are here.
Hookers.
Oh, and Joe will have so much fun with the guys. He'll be like, wait, where have they been my whole life?
Oh, really? Yeah. So, people probably getting tired of hearing us talk. They didn't tune in to hear us. I don't think they tuned in to hear our special guest, Michelle LeBaron. Michelle, how you doing?
Fine, how are you?
I'm
Hi,
doing pretty
everyone.
good. How have your holidays
Hello.
been?
Huh?
How were your holidays?
Quiet.
Quiet. That's good. There's nothing wrong with that. Mine,
Yeah.
mine were a little bit quiet. Mine weren't as rowdy as they used to be. I guess I'm getting old. I don't know.
I'm
Yeah,
not a really big fan of Christmas. I'm sorry.
I used to
It's
not be, but
understandable.
I've got a grandson, so I
Hi,
have
Angie.
to do that now.
No, I'm more of a Halloween girl.
Yeah.
And I mean, Christmas is happy. I mean, I think it's just way too happy. I mean, I'm a happy person, but damn, you know. I mean, it's like the season for greed.
Yeah, it's like
It's just
enough already, right?
I love it because it's for children more than
Right.
anything,
Right.
and that's what makes me happy. But I'm just glad it's over.
Yeah.
I agree.
I think, yeah.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Michelle?
um. Well, my name's Michelle LeBaron, and I am a paranormal investigator, a sensitive. I'm a very empathic person. I feel everyone's energies, whether it's good, bad. It affects me deeply. I feel others' pain. Like yesterday, I was in a mortuary, or not a mortuary, but a mausoleum. And as soon as I walked in the door, they were just like surrounding me. And I was at the point where I couldn't breathe. I felt like I was going to pass out, because I don't know if it was a certain individual that had passed, that maybe have died of COVID, or something to have to do with their chest. But that's me in a big nutshell. I'm a good person. I'm a kind person. I'm loving. I care for people. I don't care for shitty people, but
Amen.
um,
Amen.
but I am who I am. And, I've been investigating for, it's been in my whole life for a very long time, since I can remember, but I didn't start investigating till about 8 years ago.
Okay.
And it's since then it's just, but it's just amazing. I love it. I eat, sleep, breathe the stuff.
Right.
I can't get enough of it. It's my passion. It's my calling. I'm in it for the right reasons.
Good, good. Yeah, that's definitely a good thing. How old were you when you started noticing that there was something special about you, as far as the paranormal goes?
You know, I saw shadow figures and things, and had imaginary friends like everybody else when they're little. But I really didn't start seeing things and feeling like right there was when I was about 13 years old. Was my first apparition. I saw a woman going around my house during a thunderstorm. I was 15. Sorry, 15. My parents were hunting and I was by myself, and it was raining. The power went out, and this woman kept going around my house. I could see her go past the window. She was like right there, clear as day. But she was also kind of translucent a little bit, kind of like a blue glow to her. But it scared me. It really, really scared me to see that. And I was so frightened. My mom and my stepfather came home, and they just got back from hunting, and I was in a corner crying in the dark. My brother walked in with them because he was with them, and he goes, "What's wrong?" And I said, "Well, there's this woman, and she keeps circling the house." And it was weird because it was like timed, boom, 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 like that. And he goes, "Oh, she goes to the garage all the time. It's like she goes around the house through the garage out back. It's like it's just weird." And he saw it, and he knew about it, and it was just cool that he validated that for me. But that was my first paranormal experience that I visually got to see and witness. So.
Did you ever do any research on that to try to find out if it had something to do with the house or the land?
No, I was young, but
Right.
Fallon, it was in Fallon, Nevada, and Fallon, Nevada is awfully strange place. I am a not in a bad way, but a very spiritual, crazy way. I mean, the energy is just intense. I lived in San Diego, and I moved to this small little ranch town, which was a culture shock for me because I was a little surfer girl. I lived on the beach.
Yeah.
and then I come to this town, and it's cows and horses and cowboys and the smell of cow crap, and I was like, what the hell is that smell? I never smelled that before. But I've had so many experiences in that town, and I'm thinking about maybe hopefully taking my crew with me, and we're going to do some places in Fallon. I actually have a friend that is a manager of the hidden cave in the mountains where the Indians used to go. And it's like a tourist thing. You only can go during the day, but she's going to let me in there. Hopefully, got my fingers crossed, and lock us in there and let us hang out in the cave. I mean, they hear tribal drums and chanting, and they see weird lights out in the desert. I mean, I'm pretty excited about it. But yeah, Fallon is an odd little town. It's, for some reason, it one time it had a episode of leukemia. People were catching leukemia there, just in this little town, and people were dying. I mean,
Wow.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So, but that house I lived in, I don't know anything about it, but it's in Fallon, and Fallon, Nevada is a very weird, odd little town. And we've had poltergeist activity in that house. I saw a wooden chopping block, one of those thick ones.
Right.
It was sitting on our washer, and I was doing the dishes, and my brother was talking to me, and I'm looking at him while I'm doing the dishes, and I saw that chopboard, wooden cutting board, elevate off the washer, and boom, it flew in the air and hit him in the back of the head.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was see,
Personal, yeah.
yeah, it was crazy. And it's a very tiny little house. But yeah, it's that's my first experiences.
Okay.
I need to go to this. We need to go to this little town, people.
Yeah, I'm already going.
Nope.
I'm writing down Fallon in my head right now because I'm going into a cave scene too. So
Yeah, there's
that's
some
awesome.
weird things. Pyramid Lake is another place here in Reno. It's very spiritual. It's Indian land. Back in my crazy wild days, I used to, hit some acid and go hang out there and just woo, and I saw some amazing stuff. I mean, crazy stuff. I mean,
You did.
Yeah.
I'm not a druggie by any means, but I
He
experimented
thought of that chicken.
in that. But
Hey,
yeah,
you survived.
Burger,
That's all that
Burger,
matters.
Burger,
You
that
survived.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I did that.
No,
I
it's awesome.
But
Yeah.
it
You're,
opened
yeah.
up, it opened up everything, and the things I saw was so crazy. There's urban legends there about water babies. I mean, Nevada's crazy haunted.
Yeah, it really is. I hear a lot of weird stuff coming out of that. Everything from cryptids, paranormal, UFO, and we
Yep,
talk about
everything.
that. We talk about that from time to time on the show. How different regions seem to attract all these strange and phenomenon.
Yeah, we have it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nevada definitely has it all.
Virginia City is my very favorite place, though. You have to go there. You have to. That little town up in the mountains. So like an old mining western town. It is so haunted. It's got Washoe Club. It's got the Mackey Mansion. It's got just everywhere. Everywhere you go, you could sit on a curb with a voice recorder at 3:00 in the morning and capture EVPs
Yeah.
outside. It's insane.
Right. Yeah, there's a place over here called Patterson Road outside of Houston. Not quite towards Katy, Texas, but yeah, there's a place out there where you can just sit out there with a recorder and you pick up EVPs and stuff like that. Yeah, it's strange how that happens.
I was in Texas a month and a half ago, for work, and I was in Mesquite,
Texas. Yeah.
That's close to me, girl. You
Yeah.
could have
I know.
kicked it.
Yeah.
I was like, what the hell?
Well, I had just met you, and I was like, where has this crazy girl been all my life? I was like, Joe, we have to get her on. Can we get her on, please? Because I think she's really funny and awesome.
Yeah. I'm watching her on TikTok too.
I got to go to the Goatman's Bridge,
Ghostman's Bridge.
which was, I went with my friend Paratera, and
Okay.
we tried to walk the bridge, but there were so many young teenagers and everything.
Right.
It was like 11, 12 o'clock at night. And I'm like, God damn, dude, we're not going to be able to investigate.
Right.
We won't be able to do this till like 3, 4 o'clock in the goddamn morning. And I'm not going to stay here that long.
Right.
So, but these people started to walk away and we started to feel some intense energy. And she's like, God, do you feel that? I'm like, yeah, yeah. And so I started taking pictures of her because I felt that there was something near her because she was also feeling something. And I captured a photo. It's on my Facebook paranormal page, I believe. I'll have to check, but it's on my Instagram. But it is a black mass with a holographic outline hovering over her. I mean, it's like getting ready to just raw like that. And I didn't see it until we're like driving and I'm flicking through the photos. A lot of us is like, holy shit, dude! And she's driving. I'm like, what? And she's like, oh my god! But yeah, it was crazy. And I wish I can go back and investigate the place because I did feel some things there for sure.
Yeah, I
When
got
did
to
you
get
first
out there.
start noticing that you had these abilities to feel stuff where you being an empath?
Yeah, I feel it. I think the thing is I've investigated so many places. I've investigated so many times. I can't even count. I've come in tuned with different types of energies. I mean, I can feel it instantly. I can go into someone's house. Someone can go, oh, my house is haunted. Can you come over? And I'm like, there's nothing here.
Right.
Or I can just walk into someone's house that I just meet and they don't tell me anything. It's like, oh, dude, but I won't tell them. But,
Right.
something's in your house. So I feel it. I can feel it. It's crazy. It's a euphoric feeling for me. Kind of like a
Yeah.
I won't go there, but
Okay.
you know what I mean.
Something is definitely going on. Can y'all hear me right now?
Yep.
Yeah.
I've never seen. If I could, I wish I had something to record this because my face is literally vibrating. This face turning sideways, back and forth, and I am not doing it. That's why I'm tripping out over here. I'm looking right, left, every which way, very vibrationally fast, and I am sitting still. That is so weird. I'm not gonna, I might have to log out and back.
I've been on podcasts and people's podcasts have like gone berserk.
No,
I can
What's
ask it.
this?
Shannon, did you
What
drop the message?
anomalies? Watch. Just kidding.
that is weird. I am so sorry, guys. It's just that is insane. It's my face is turning right and left, and I'm not even moving, and it's vibrating back and forth and jumping up and down.
You look okay. There's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
On our
Something
end, you're
definitely
fine.
wrong. I wish I had something to record it with. Where's my bag at? My kit. This is crazy. Okay, so I apologize. I'm gonna log out and log back in, guys. I am so sorry because
Okay,
that's
you're good.
tripping
That's
me up.
okay. You're good,
All right,
dude.
honey.
All right, love you guys. I'll see you soon.
Alrighty.
Wow.
Hey, Michelle, did you have anyone that you could confide in and talk to early on about, being an empath, intuitive, any of that? Did you have anyone to talk to?
Yes, I have my mother.
Okay.
My mother is actually she's a crone.
Okay.
She's very gifted, if you will.
Yeah.
We're hereditary witches from Scotland. We've gone through our genealogy. I'm solitary. I'm not in a coven. I don't join groups. I do it because it's what I do. It's my path. It's my
That's part of who you are.
yeah. But yeah, my older sister actually went through ancestry.com and we found women that had been murdered and burned or whatever that are in our family in Aberdeen, Scotland. And why would this
Been
happen?
there.
I
just,
so want to know.
Michelle, just out of curiosity, what last name would you be tied to?
Oh God, I don't know, but I'll let you know.
I am Clan Campbell.
Campbell?
and Guild.
I am Clan McCoy and McLeod.
From Aberdeenshire.
And attached to
Aberdeen.
Stewart.
I'll have to ask my mom,
Yeah.
and then I'll get back
Uh-oh.
with you. Who knows? We may be related.
Oh, that's a whole nother TikTok, girl. That's a whole nother TikTok.
Yeah. But I am.
Those
I
crack
know
me
that I am
up.
also related to Robert the Bruce, from Scotland.
Yep.
So yeah, there's a whole bunch of different things. I don't know the full story, but I do know that we have witches, all through our family, through all the way to like the early 1500s. So it's gone that far back.
Our us Scots tend to find each other no matter how far across the globe we are. we just kind of end up together somehow.
That's awesome.
Ma'am. Have I told you about what happened to me in Scotland though? When I went to Edinburgh to do a tour of the catacombs underneath the Royal Mile, in the graveyard where they used to body snatch and stuff. That was pretty crazy because the night before, and I've mentioned this before, but I don't know if I have to you guys. It's very, when you have Scottish blood, it's just, you hear bagpipes, everything just, Well, I was staying in a hotel on the Royal Mile the night before we were supposed to go down to the catacombs and stuff. And I had the most intense dream that had me shuffling up against the backboard, my knees and my shoulders waking my ex up because I was just traumatized. I had a dream that my there was a dog, like a chihuahua, and he kept pinching my fingers, but he wasn't biting me. He was putting so much pressure, my fingernails were popping off. And then the next part of the dream, I was like, my hands were down at my ankles and I was swaying back and forth and I was being pushed over and knocked over, pushed over, and just, it riddled me so far to my, like, I couldn't, to the core of who I was. I was traumatized. I was shaken. And I understand that more now today because that happened to me a few nights ago again about something else. But so we go on this tour and then, we had already had some scotch because we were on vacation and they needed a volunteer. And I'm like, I'll do it. So I go up there and they started talking about the witch trials and how they would accuse someone. And you basically had to admit that you were a witch because they wouldn't let it go any other way.
Mm-hmm.
So like if you didn't admit, they put these vices on your fingers and they would squeeze them until your nails pop off. And as soon as they said that, I looked at my ex and I'm like, and then that if you still wouldn't admit it, they would tie your hands to your ankles and then push you over into the marshes and stuff like that and just die. And there's still like some down there. It's crazy, but I mean, it spoke to me so much, and I knew right then that was ancestral. And that right then, at that moment, that night when I had that dream, I feel like I'm totally connected ancestrally now. I think that was, they were speaking to me and pulling me in.
Yeah.
So that was, so I didn't mean to interrupt you, but I mean, we can totally talk Scotland, girl. We need to plan a trip to go to Scotland because
I would absolutely love that. Oh my
Yes.
gosh. I planned on it. I wanted to go. James Carpenter from Scotland was gonna let me stay with him, and they were gonna take me to Edinburgh and Aberdeen, and they were gonna show me all these cool places, and he was gonna let me stay at his place, and then COVID hit, and I'm like, damn.
I know. See, I like Aberdeen way better than I did Edinburgh. Edinburgh was too touristy, even though I absolutely loved it. But Aberdeen is more, the coastal. It's just how they really live.
Yeah,
and it was. I loved it way more. I loved it. Loved it.
Yeah. This is awesome.
Yes.
This is great.
Scottish Paranormal. Here we go. We gotta get more people on the show from Scotland.
Yeah. So, what places have you investigated that was some of your favorites spots?
Whew, my gosh. I've been to a lot. I've actually been to quite a few in the East Coast. I went to Waverly. There was a couple things there that was good, but I just didn't feel like it was supposed to feel like I was supposed to like it did on TV and everything else. I mean, I felt that people were just making it sound like it was so haunted. But I did capture a full body apparition. I was walking down. I mean, it's haunted, but I wasn't like, wow, wow. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
The one major favorite place in the East Coast that I went to was Perrysville Battlefield. And that's in Kentucky. And I had a experience there that is unexplainable. It makes me sound crazy when I talk about it, but the thing is I had someone next to me that saw the same thing I saw, and I didn't tell her what I saw. She explained what she saw, and it was exactly what I saw. We were up on the hill called Bloody Hill, where the Confederate soldiers would go up, and then the Union soldiers would be up on the top. And then once they started to come up the hill, they'd ambush them. And there was so much blood on that hill that the men were slipping. It was like a waterfall of blood. There were so many killings. But we were up there, and we had a monocle, I guess you can call it a sight, night vision scope.
Okay. Yeah.
And it sucks that, you couldn't take pictures with it because it was just a scope. I wish I did, but I was fanning through the fields. I was fanning, and I saw a man laying there on his side, bloody. You could see his beard, his sideburns, and he was laying there, and he was going like he was gasping for air. And I was like, oh my God, this guy is reliving this over and over and over. And I was overcome by emotions, and I broke down in tears, and I actually fell to my knees because what I saw was something that I can never explain. And everyone's like, give me the scope, I want to see what you're seeing. I didn't tell anyone what I was seeing. So they're looking, they're like, I don't see anything. And then my friend Tammy Benjamin got the scope, and she's looking, and I didn't tell her what I saw. And she's scoping, and she's like, oh my God, Mish, like that. And I'm like, what do you see? Tell me what you see. And she says, it's making me emotional. She says, I see a man, and he's on his side, and he's gasping for air. And I'm like, wow. I mean, to be able to have that validation and to be in sync with my friend like that, it was beautiful, but it was also sad, because that man is reliving that every day forever through a visual. But yeah, it was crazy. It was intense.
I love you have that about you, that you can feel that deeply and emotionally to where you cry, because I've experienced that. And so that just tells me a level more about who you are. And so I love that part about you.
Thank you.
I mean, that's a big thing. I mean, I think that's what a lot of investigators miss out on, is it's not just about proving the existence. It's about not just helping people. It's about helping spirits tell their stories, helping them cross over if they need that help. So none of that sounds crazy to me, Michelle. That sounds like that is what it is. There's nothing crazy about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy. I'll always have that vision in my head for the rest of my life. Yeah. And I wish I could go back. And I know that if I ever go back, I know the exact spot, and I'm going to go, and I'm going to take my best friend, Lisa, who is a spiritual healer, and she crosses spirits over, and have her help me get him to the light.
Well, if you come back out here, you let me know, Michelle. I have people in Kentucky. So
I have a vehicle and I can get on an airplane too. So
come on, y'all.
At Perrysville Battlefield is so beautiful. They made this place where it was so tragic and so horrible, so beautiful. I mean, during the day, it's breathtaking. But yeah, we were walking down the fields at night, and it was 4th of July. So we were hearing the fireworks, and we were all talking about it, and my friend Brian and everyone were talking about it, and Tammy saying, maybe that, and Jason, that the sounds of that, the 4th of July, with all the booming and the banging, brought these soldiers out into the open.
Stimulated it, yeah.
And we heard horses. The like that sort of stuff. I mean, we heard footsteps, we heard trampling, we heard my friend Brian, who's on the West Coast, Reap West Coast. He is very sensitive as well. He's like me. He's a male version. And he ran into a forest because he saw something run in the forest. So he went after it, and he saw, I guess, this red light in the forest. And he came out sobbing. I mean, emotional. And I walked up to him. I'm like, "What's going on, Brian? Are you okay?" And he's like, I can't compose myself. I'm just so emotional. And so I'm like, "Oh, I'm going in." So I went in there, full force. I'm ready for this. Let me see. So I go in there and I start feeling some energy, and I start taking photos. And I have a photo. I have it on my presentation. I'll share it once I'm done with my events that I'm doing this year. But I took 3 consecutive photos of a thicket of woods, and I'm going click, click, click. So I'm looking at my photos, and you see like a light anomaly. And then the second one, it's growing. It's a person. It's a young boy with a drum, like a drummer boy. Wow. And then the third picture was the light anomaly shrunk, and it whoosh. You could see it. It is an amazing photograph, and it's nuts. I'll share with you guys. It'll be.
It sounds like it's an amazing photograph. I mean, just to even visually see it.
Yeah. It's
so intense. It looks like you're coming, and we're doing a road trip, and we're going to be investigating there, and
I'll meet the 3 of you there because I'm coming from Atlanta, so yeah.
Yeah, that'll be great.
Yeah. All it takes is a couple hours of organizing.
Yep.
I appreciate you sharing that, Michelle. Yeah, thanks for sharing that. I know it took a lot out of you, but I appreciate it.
But there's honesty there. That's that's a beautiful thing.
Thank you. That's how I roll.
She's got amazing energy.
Yes, we could get into a lot of trouble together, the 4 of us on this screen. I'd feel bad for Joe because he'd be like, "Why did I even attempt to do this?" But and Leanne, we got to pick up Leanne and Denise and Todd and them along the way. We'll make it quite the party.
There you go,
That'd
party bus.
awesome.
Shannon,
Beth, now you're doing
Beth, you got questions?
Am I doing it now?
Yeah, and it's weirding me out. You're like, I can't even see me. I'm frozen. Now this is, if you see what I'm seeing, you would know when does someone's face go right, left, and start trembling up and down? I'm sorry. That's just weird. I've never seen anything like that. I'm sure it's something technology, but that's weird. If you were seeing, you'd be like, that's insane looking. Sorry. It's something you see on a movie. But it's better now. So it's good.
Now I'm a part of Aliens. This is beautiful.
I've never seen nothing like that. That's why I'm going, what is going on? Because I'm staring straight and my face is going right, left, and vibrating real fast, and then going up and down, and yours was just doing it. I'm like, did you see my face? I was like,
that's odd.
Yeah. Okay. I saw you take that. What's going on?
Watching you, and I'm like, girl, you're tripping.
You're dropping.
I know it's technical, but if you were seeing what I was seeing, Christy, you know what I'm saying. Shut up, Christy. Hi, Christy. By the way, everybody that's chiming in and saying hi, we are seeing it and we appreciate it. It's just hard. We don't want to interrupt conversations, but thank you so much for following and commenting. Please keep the comments coming.
Yeah. Does anybody in chat have a question?
Bring it.
I'm sure they'll ask here in a
Come
second.
on, guys.
So, is there any places? Is there any place that you might be hesitant to go back to?
No,
No.
I love them all.
Love 'em all.
I love them all. There's no
Yeah.
place. I mean, I've had the shit scared out of me, but I continue to go.
Mhm.
It's my thing, you know.
And where's that happen at?
Washoe
Where-
Club
Where's that?
in Virginia City, Nevada.
Bucket list.
It is amazing.
What is the history of that place?
It used to be a gentleman's club back in the about 1860s.
Okay.
Talking
my
very
language.
wealthy men, and they would have, you know, ladies of the night go up the spiral stairs up into the Washoe Club, and I mean, I've actually heard disembodied moans in there,
Oh wow.
like women getting off.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That would be something like, oh, know what that is?
Yeah. And
So an old brothel,
and,
yeah,
well,
like
we heard the moaning. I was with my friend Mike Casey, and we could hear a woman, and you can hear a bed squeaking. There's no beds up there.
Oh,
I've
wow.
heard that, yeah.
It was insane. And then one time we were walking down a hall, and we heard a woman, and I have it somewhere, but it's crazy. I think I have it on my web page. I'm not sure, or on my paranormal page. I'll have to look. But this woman is screaming like, help! Oh my God, let me go, help! Like she's being raped. And
Yeah.
we were looking all over the place. We went outside. We went, you know, we were trying to find out where this was happening. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. There was nobody out there. And it just continued. And it was just crazy. The residual, you know, everything. And the voices, lots of disembodied voices. Tons. I've had them whisper in my ear. I was with a friend of mine, two of my friends, and we were in a hall. And I'm standing there, and I heard this woman go, run, like that. And I'm like, did you guys hear that? And they played back the recorder, and you heard her go, run. So it was just nuts.
Yeah. I'd have been, okay,
And that's when
see
you do
bye.
not run. That's when you go back for more. And
Yeah.
Leanne has a great question for you. What location does Michelle have in her bucket list? What's your top 3 bucket list places?
Yeah.
My top 3. Oh dear. Hold on.
Thank
let me
you,
look.
Leanne.
I think I have a list right here. Hold on.
About the
Let's
Cliff Notes.
see. Do.
Yeah, Leanne can't wait for you to hang out with us, Shannon. She can't wait.
Fun to be had.
Oh,
You
yeah.
run into the woods.
Where did I put it? Where did I put it?
Yeah, she'll run with you.
Welcome to come down.
But Shannon will fall down.
I don't know. I'd like to do.
Oh,
St.
shut
Albans.
up! You have to. Sorry, Joe keeps bringing up something. Sorry, go ahead.
I would like to do St. Albans.
Yes, I agree to that one. Yeah.
What's that one? That the Ohio State Reformatory.
Okay.
And Bristol Mountain.
Brushy Mountain.
Yep.
I can
That's
tell you
where I
all
want
about
to
Brushy.
go. That's it. That's the place. That's what we're gonna do.
I don't know
Sorry.
why, but I have a thing for prisons.
You'll love Brushy.
Yeah.
Brushy is an awesome location.
Where I'm actually getting, hopefully
Don't do
in
that.
March, I get to go investigate the Nevada State prisons, which I'm pretty excited about.
Oh,
So-
I would love to do that too.
Yeah. I like
Yeah,
prison.
Brushy will not disappoint you.
My
friends
first
got
prison is a
rock
different
thrown at 'em.
country, so I'm weirding out about that. Unless we can plan something sooner, because I'm supposed to do the Spike Island in Ireland in July. It's like their version of Alcatraz, but I'd like to get like
Oh my God.
get a train, get a place here first before I go to get a prison under my belt.
Yeah.
So if y'all want to plan something, I'm just saying.
Yeah, even Leanne. Leanne's been to Brushy 3 times. I've only been once. I went back in early December.
I want
Awesome.
I'm thinking like late April, early May.
I'll look and see. I'll talk to Jamie at Brushy, see what, their scheduling is like. Maybe we can make
Where's
something
Brushy
happen.
Mountain at? What
It's in
state?
Tennessee.
Tennessee? Okay. Wow.
Okay.
There's a lot of haunted locations in Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia
Yes.
area.
Yeah.
New
And see, in
Orleans.
Georgia, they don't like to let us investigate, though. Very few and far between.
Really?
Yeah,
Old
Savannah.
school Bible Belt,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. I was in Jefferson, North Carolina. That was
Yeah.
nuts.
In Georgia, you can do everything but be a paranormal investigator.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's-
And we have beautiful locations. We have some great locations.
Right.
Unless you want to break the law, though, can't get into a lot of them.
Oh my gosh, that's insane.
They're lucky I grew up. They're lucky I grew up and decided I didn't want to go to jail.
But have you really?
No.
A little bit.
I
No.
think none of us have grown up.
No.
I'll always be a big kid.
I know.
I don't know if I'll always
It's like
be a
I don't
big
want to
kid,
grow
but
up
I
and
wanna
lose
be
my
immature.
imaginary friends.
No.
I'm not giving them up.
What'd you say, Joe? I'm sorry.
No, I said I don't know if I'm a big kid, but I'm just immature.
But I'm saying if I have to
That's
grow up, I
nice.
lose my imaginary friends, and I'm not letting them go. So
Yeah.
here we are.
Joe, we got grandkids. We don't have to grow up.
No, hell no, hell no. I was on the floor chasing my grandson around the other day, and I'm like, man, my grandpa didn't do this with me.
Yeah. Yeah, mine just
That'd be
sat there
awesome.
and was like, let's go fishing. That's what I got.
Yeah, that was a good thing though.
I don't have grandkids.
Oh, I got go get me another beer out of the fridge and get me a pack of cigarettes out of the car. Or the El Camino. Go check the smoker while you're at it.
Oh my
Mine was
God.
send me to the
Football
store to
game,
pack,
come on,
buy
that's
a
what
pack
I
of
got.
cigarettes.
All right, Michelle, I have enough grandchildren. I'll share mine with you. You'll love them dearly.
I probably will because I love kids. But I have a 15-year-old boy.
You
Yeah.
can borrow my 3-year-old.
No.
Look, she's like, that's good. No.
I want my freedom.
You would actually love him. He's a starseed. You would love him, man. He's a starseed. He's special, but Lord, everybody's doing it. Let's
No,
see,
I can't.
Todd.
Same here, Todd. Same here, Todd. I don't know if you know Michelle, but I'm actually a Bigfoot researcher. That's what I do, and so I just recently got into the paranormal stuff. So
That's
I've only been
awesome.
on one official investigation with Shannon. That was in Mineral Wells, the haunted Hill House. The haunted Hill House, yeah.
She broke in right.
Yeah, that was a pretty good place. Pretty good place.
And welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we can't wait for, to get you out here and go Bigfoot hunting.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
Or
he's
get
coming
you
out.
here. Yeah, I'll be out in, to the Bonnie and Clyde place with you guys.
And then the woods, because
You
there
are
could
gonna
be
make
very
it.
much some. We could be doing some Bigfoot and paranormal at the same time in these homesteads. Just saying.
Now, Michelle, have you gotten into Bigfoot?
I've always wanted to check it out because, I mean, paranormal, just unexplained things. I've always wanted to go UFO sighting. I mean, it's an interest of mine, but I'm more into the spirits and spiritual stuff than I am the cryptid and the zoology stuff or whatever. I do have friends that actually, my friend Mike Casey, I guess he and his friend, our friend Jackie, has a new, I guess West Squatchers or West Coast Squatchers, or I'm not sure what it is, but they're getting up and running here in the West Coast. We don't have very many groups like that who do paranormal and Bigfoot hunting all in one.
Gotcha.
So I think they're having an event in June. I may go to that, but I'm not sure yet. But it's interesting. I'm interested. I'm interested in anything that's not normal.
And that's what they do, Bigfoot hunting. And I want to do it because I see their passion about it is the same passion I have for paranormal. So I want them to
Yes.
show me that side of them. You know what I mean? So yeah,
That's
I hear you.
true.
So
That is.
I go ask
Yeah.
Joe questions because he's the one on here that, does the squatching. And if I can't get in touch with Joe, I call Squatch Man.
Yeah. Well,
Wow. Yeah, that's
I-
interesting.
Ooh,
I actually think that a lot of the
that's-
stuff that goes on in the Bigfoot research is actually a lot of paranormal stuff. Especially when you got
Absolutely.
stuff getting thrown at you or the voices people hear. I don't think it's all Bigfoot. I think there's a lot of paranormal stuff that goes on.
You know,
I
I was thinking that, he's only seen like, I mean, only a couple people have seen him. Is he interdimensional? Does he come through like a portal, or, go in, go out,
She's
go in?
smart, guys.
Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, that's
See,
what I
she's smart.
feel.
She's thinking. You think outside the box. I like that.
And same with, a lot of this, a lot of the ghost hunting too, me doing it so much, sometimes I think, is it extraterrestrial? I mean, I've seen things that are just not paranormal. Like,
Right.
I've seen like holographic lights before, and I've caught those on film. They're just, and they're holographic. They're purples and pinks and reds and blues, and I've caught that. And that was not something that I've ever felt before. The energy that I felt off that was nothing like no other. So instantly I thought extraterrestrial. So, we just don't know. That's why we keep doing what we do.
Yep.
So,
Is there any events that stick out in your mind? Something strange that happened that even still to this day you can't explain, whether it's paranormal or anything else, or
well, that was one, because it was in an old house down in a cellar. I was with my best friend, and we were there, and I'm like, dude, do you have a flashlight on? Because it was dark.
right.
And she's like, I don't have a flashlight, hun. And I'm like, okay, because I'm seeing this in my phone as I'm like, what the hell is this?
Right.
And so yeah,
You had
that was
something in your face.
incredible. Huh?
You had a presence right there in your face, I believe, from that. Yeah.
Yeah, it
Was the light
crazy.
right there? Yeah.
Huh.
And then I was walking into the cellar, and something rushed me into the cubby hole, and something rushed me, and I fanned my light, my camera and my light, and these eyes opened and shut. There were two eyeballs.
Wow.
And I'm like, dude, do you have rodents in this building? She goes, no, we just had an exterminator. And so we flicked on the light. There's no signs of feces or urine or anything in that wine cellar.
Right.
But it was an eyes going open, shut, open, shut. I was like, what the hell? I mean,
Yeah.
it's just so many unexplainable things. God, I could write a damn book with the experiences
Do it.
I've
You
had.
should.
You
You
should.
should.
Yeah. There's so much. I can't even tell you.
Yeah, that's one of
So,
my bucket list things I want to do. Put a book together.
I'd read it.
Thanks.
I'm already a fan. You already know that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Aw. Hi Rhonda. My friend Rebecca Genesis, she is an author. She's wrote stories about mine and her experiences in her books. Pretty amazing stuff. If you ever get a chance to get Ghost Seer 1 and 2, and I think the third one's coming out. She actually puts me in there because of our experiences together.
Okay.
And they're truly amazing. And yeah, so you gotta check that out.
Is there anything you can tell us without ruining her books?
There is there is a story in there about a hag, and the hag comes to her, the hag comes to me, the hag comes to my best friend. Actually, the hag, it is so, I can't even explain it. You would have to read the story. It's or
It's
get
like a
Rebecca,
spooky children's rhyme.
or get Rebecca Genesis on with us, and she'll let you know. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I'll tell you this. I woke up one day, and I'll just give you little bits.
Okay.
I woke up, I was laying on the couch, and it was nighttime. It was like maybe 1 or 2 in the morning. And I opened my eyes, and there was this haggard old lady with stringy gray hair. She was wearing like light blue satin pajamas, top, bottom. And she was on her tippy toes on the edge of the couch, hovering on top of me. And I woke up and I see her and I'm like, go away. And I put my hand on my face and I opened and she was gone. So it was weird because I told Rebecca the story after she told me this story, that she had a dream that she was in this building and then there was this elevator shaft, you know, the box thing where it's got the cage and you can see out of it as it's going down. And this hag showed up and she says not to trust me and to stay away from me, and that I'm a bad person. And she told me that, and I told her about the hag. And what we think is that she was warning her because she is a witch. The hag's a witch. And she is jealous of the power that I had. And she didn't want Rebecca to get with me because the power we both have together is very extreme. And the witch, she's, oh God, I can't even, oh my God. This could be a freaking movie if I could tell you about this. We actually saw the hag in, witnessed the hag in Gold Hill, Nevada, outside of Virginia City. I was with some friends and I had a guy friend of mine. He's very sensitive. It was crazy. We came in contact with the hag. My friends and I were talking. He had a K2 meter and we were asking about the hag or something, and something physically grabbed it and whoosh, flung it out of his hand. Whoa, am I like blurry? Is that my glasses? I think it's foaming. I guess it's, I don't know. Oh yeah. So my friend went outside because he wasn't feeling well. And he goes, I don't feel good about this, Mish. And I'm like, go get some air. And I'm like, oh God, here we go. And I felt it was her. And I told everybody, I'm like, you all need to ground yourself. And they're like, okay. So we walked over to the video cameras, the screen, and we watched the K2 meter thing. And my friend, this guy, he's about 6'2", 230 pounds, just a big boy. And he walks in and he's standing there staring at us in the middle of the living room. And I'm like, and I'm looking at them because I'm mentoring them. I'm teaching them the do's and don'ts, you know, investigating. And they all look around. I'm like, this isn't, and I looked at them and I said, this is not going to be good. I said, you guys need to stay back. So I walked over to him and I'm like, are you okay? And he didn't say anything. And he collapsed and I caught him and went down to the floor. And I picked this man up and I have him around me. This is crazy. There's light anomalies coming out of him, coming out of me, all around us. And
Oh wow.
and he's just like that. And I'm like, get out of him. I'm telling her in my mind, get out of him, go through me, get out. And my friend John, I said, open the door. And he's like, what? And while I'm holding my friend, I'm like, open the fucking door now, like that. And I could feel her just pushing into my chest, like entering me to exit out. And we had a recorder on the bed. And I'm like, get out, leave him now, like that. And I was telling it to get out. And he collapsed again. I grabbed him and I said, shut the door. And my friend shut the door. And then we played the recorder back. And as I told it to shut the door, you heard a whoosh, like that, like it exited out. Now my friend was unconscious for a while. We had to put rags on him. It was like a movie. So after all that, I went around and I put a barrier around the house, a protection barrier around the cabin, the miners' cabin in Gold Hill. That's another, if you heard about that one.
Yeah.
That's where it happened. And they were staying there. And after I put the protection spell and the barrier around the building, they said that they had to leave because they couldn't sleep because they heard her screaming, running around the house, and she was on top of the metal roof, clink, 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 trying to
She
get
couldn't
in.
get in.
Yeah, and
So much water does. Yeah.
so yeah, that was it. If you read Rebecca's book, you'll get the full-on story on who she is. We found out Rebecca actually found out who she is. So yeah, it's pretty intense story. So
I
it
just
sounds like
sent her
you
a
need to
friend
do
request.
a screenplay.
huh?
Yeah.
I just sent Rebecca
Sounds
a
like-
friend request, so I'm gonna
Right?
yeah.
Yeah, she
It
Yeah,
sounds
get the
like you
information
need
out.
to write a screenplay. You need to write a screenplay because you are definitely graphic. You actually, I'm sure it's the same way with the audience watching. You literally captivated us as
Yeah.
if we were there in the moment. And that is
Right.
a great talent to have. I'm very serious. And
Yeah.
it's a lot of it has to do with your empathic ways. You're able to pull in and graphically give a visual to everyone. So that was great. Thank you.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
I just where's my popcorn?
I was
went to the
feeling all
movies.
that. Yeah.
And you're very passionate and real. And
Yeah.
I love
Thank you.
anyone that likes to cuss. Let's just be damn
There,
honest.
there you go. Yeah. I don't trust anybody that don't cuss.
I always try to keep it chill because it's Joe, but it comes out and it's okay.
I
If
think
it comes
the
out.
reason why I'm so animated and vivid because I'm so passionate,
Right.
and it just flows right through me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
I
we
get it.
talk with our
Yep.
hands. That's another thing. I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh, I use my eyes all the time.
but and
I
I mean
can
I
see you
have
too.
so many. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
I can absolutely just be amazed and just oh. I mean, I that's why I need to write a book.
Right,
I mean,
you do.
shoot, I need to talk to Rebecca. Maybe we should do a little documentary on that and do
Well,
a
sweetheart, I was
a video.
completely drawn to you to get you like I wanted to share you with people because I'm like I found this little gem, this like amazing person, and I don't even know you that well, but I feel like I know you, and I'm like, Joe, we have to have her because people need to know her. They need to hear
Right.
her stories. They need to.
Yeah.
And I even heard all your stories, but I could feel your energy, and I'm like, we've got to get her on here, please.
Just wait till you feel my hugs. Everyone says they
Oh,
absolutely love
ditto.
me. They say that and the thing is too is when I hug, it's a gift I have, I guess. I
Yeah.
pull negative, nasty things out of them, and I relieve them from that. I mean, if I'm hugging someone and I start feeling that they have sadness or depression or something that just isn't right, I'll hold them until it leaves, and they're like, oh my God, you know. I've hugged people where they've collapsed because I've pulled so much nastiness or sadness from them. It's a weird thing. I can't explain why.
It's a beautiful thing.
It's yes, very.
But Todd has a question for you. What would be the most important advice you would give a new investigator or team?
Be passionate. Be respectful to the spirits. You want to respect spirits, ghosts, whatever you want. I mean, I have two thoughts. A ghost is someone who's earthbound. That's what I feel. And a spirit is someone who has passed, has crossed over, and have come back. That's what I think a spirit and a ghost is. So either or, always respect. Never go into buildings that say no trespassing. When you want to start out, grab basic stuff like use your body, use your feel, voice recorder, a little digital camera, a little video camera. Just be respectful all together. Be kind to everybody in the field. Support everyone you can support in the field, and just that's all I can say.
Yeah, that's.
And
that's
Todd
actually-
is very
Make everybody
invested.
smile. We're all smiling. Look
Todd
at
is
you.
very invested in the show today. Leanne sent me a picture of him watching the show. He is actually in his blankie, snuggled up, watching us. That's my brother, Michelle. He's a good guy. So
That's
he's
awesome.
And you represent everything we stand for, all of us that are on the screen right now. We all love
Absolutely.
people. We want to help people, and we want to do this the right way. We want to support everyone and treat everyone like family.
Right. Yeah.
I do. I've actually had a few people though that I thought were family and friends.
Yeah.
It's what we go through in this field. I mean, I've
Yep.
mentored
Been there.
people.
Yes.
And I've had people ride my coattails. I've taught them everything. I brought them into the field. I shared them with everybody. They gained friends. They gained whatever you want to call it, clout, whatever. And now and they
Facebook
did me
famous.
dirty. They did me freaking dirty. And
Right.
it's really hard for me to trust people. I mean, I'll always be cordial to those people. I've had bullies.
Right.
I've had people that treat me like shit and have said my name online. And you know what? When I hear that or I deal with that, I come online, I tell you what I feel, and I leave it at that, and we're done. I will not dwell on it. I will not dwell on that negativity of that person or anything, and they go away. They go bye-bye. And
Yeah.
I just continue to do what I do and give my love and my passion to people who really want it.
I'm glad you brought that up because that is happening so much in the field lately. And it's going to happen, but it's also to be graceful about it when it does. It's not necessary to tell the world like exactly what they did, just so that you're at peace with it and that it's done. You know what I mean? So, like, let's just all move along and let's
I
go
mean,
hug
I'm
some
not going to
spirits
be their
into them.
best friend.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're
exactly.
out
I
there.
know. It's just like
There's a
just
lot
hurt.
of people out there who don't practice what they preach, and
Amen.
they it's just kiss assing. I hate kiss assers more than anything in this whole wide world. It's like that's not going to get anything for you except for a brown nose. So I mean, that's the one thing that irks me in this field are shitty people. I mean,
Mhm.
you know, work together. It's not a competition in any way. I mean, I get excited when I see someone's paranormal evidence or anything. It makes me want to do it more and more.
It's
But
better
yeah,
to be a mentor instead of a critic.
exactly.
I've been saying that lately and
I mean,
reminding myself.
I'll get people that send me a picture. Like, oh my God, I think this is my aunt. Can you tell me? I'm like, you know, if you think it's your aunt, it's your aunt. I'm not going to tell you it's not. I'm not going to tell you it's a bug. I'm not going to tell you it's a piece of dust or a piece of hair floating in the air. You know, if that's what you feel, then that's what it is.
Right.
Plain and simple. I don't criticize anybody's stuff.
Well, you know, I think you can criticize people, but there's a way to do it and there's a way not to do it. I think so many other people do it the wrong way and they do it intentionally just to be mean and ugly. You know, and that's what I don't like. I don't mind any of my evidence being criticized or being scrutinized or even debunked. But, you know, when someone's being ugly about it, you know, that's what I don't like.
And it's always the same people are the
always.
ones that say, oh, that's a freaking bug.
Right.
I mean, you weren't there. You don't know. You didn't
Right.
see the feeling. How do you know I didn't see that physically with my eyes?
Right.
You don't know. Just don't do that. You look like a shitty fucking person. That's all
Mean
I can
people
say.
suck.
You know-
Mean people suck.
They
Yeah. You know, someone sent me a video about 3 weeks ago, and they told me that their daughter was looking at the camera. You know, they got the camera outside the house, and she said, Joe, there's like this orb floating in my backyard. She goes, look at it. And she sent it to me, and I'm looking at it, and there's this damn ball going across the screen. I'm like, what the hell is that? And I'm looking at it, and it turned out to be a bug. You can just see the little legs just barely, you know, on the outline. So I called her and said, no, it's a bug. You can see the legs, and you know. But some people would have been very ugly about that, you know.
Well,
Yeah.
some people
You know.
take offense,
Right.
and then you know you do have to have a way of doing it
Right.
in a professional, kind way,
Kind way, yes.
not a shitty way.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had people do that. I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll say thanks for your opinion. Thank you for letting me know.
Right.
Yeah.
You're awesome. That's kill people with kindness. That's all you
Yeah.
can do.
I mean, that's what it's all about. You know, why would you deter someone from being in the field? Why? Oh, you're so stupid. That's just, that's a lens flare.
Yeah.
Okay,
I mean,
well,
You need to take photography classes if you want to be an investigator.
Right. There you go.
Hey, you
There
know
you
what?
go. Right.
And the proper response should be is, hey, you know what? I have some experience and I took some classes in photography. Maybe I can show you some examples and kind of show you why this is my opinion.
Exactly.
And that's not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's not
Do
happening.
this, don't do that.
Flare.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, because I'm the person
You're
that's doing
wrong,
this.
and I'm
If
getting
you're
famous
nice,
for telling you. Yeah.
if you're nice about it and you genuinely, because we can learn from one another,
Right. Exactly.
We can
That's what we're,
motivate each other. But
Yeah.
if you come at me with that, oh, that's just dumbest shit I've ever heard, blah, 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 I'll be doing like this. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, me too. I do that. I'll put a thumbs up, which I hate that damn emoji. God. Because I heart everybody's stuff. And then when I post this stuff, you get this, ha 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 ha, thumbs up. And it's like, you're an asshole. It's like, okay, really funny. Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah, we can get in trouble. Like this would be a partnership of what proportion I can't even tell you. This
I'm like, yes, my precious. Can you just
I
imagine?
don't pay no mind to people anymore. The bullies, I just laugh at them. I'll tell them what's up, and then I'll leave it alone. You know, I don't put up with shit though. I've learned, and it's very hard for me to trust too, because of these jerks. But you know, it's hardened me a little bit. I mean,
When someone's genuine, you're like checking over your shoulder when they're being very genuine with you, and it's not on purpose. You know?
Yeah. No.
In the beginning,
I mean, always go with your gut too, because I've had people that I've been with and I've mentored, or and they did shitty things, but you know what? And I thought to them, there's something not right about this person. You know, go with your gut, because if you're feeling that, they're not right.
Yeah.
There's a reason.
You shouldn't have
your
to
emotional
feel
guidance system said no. Yep.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to walk on eggshells for people. I mean, hell no, I ain't doing that. So I'm just gonna enjoy my
only
life.
treat you the way you allow them to. There's another saying that I love.
Yeah, that's true.
So let me ask you guys this question. This is for all of you guys, and I'll give you my own perspective. So like in the Bigfoot world, a lot of the Bigfoot shows that come on, we kind of look at that as, I guess, more of a negative than a positive, because sometimes they make the Bigfoot people look kind of crazy or not really serious, you know. And I think that for the most part, the rest of the public doesn't take the Bigfoot world serious. But at the same time, I see it as a positive, because at least they're bringing some kind of notoriety to the subject. So what do you guys think about like all the ghost shows and the paranormal shows that come on?
I think it's entertainment.
Right.
I mean, it's all entertainment. I mean, I hardly even watch those shows.
Right.
There's one I like, which is Destination Fear. And the reason why I like that is because they're young and they're fresh, and that's why I like them. But I've heard people say that people have been guests on shows and they were told to like walk into a room scared. Hey, go back in and act scared. No, that's why I won't go on shows. I've been asked, but I won't go, because I don't want to have anyone tell me how to do what I do. Right. You know, I'm not going to walk in there scared. I'm going to walk in there, let's do this. Or I'm going to walk in there, oh shit, that sort of thing. But I want to do that on my own.
Right.
And I'll never be on a show because of that.
Right.
You know, but if they want to give me a show, I'll take it, because I'll pay for my kids' college, and that'd be all it. And I wouldn't have an ego because it's for my kid.
Right.
You know?
You're so cute.
I don't. There's a lot of fame whores for sure in this field. And it's kind of sad. I mean, and sometimes people like they think they're famous and stuff, but you know what? I would like to see you go on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, or actually walk on a red carpet at an Academy Award place and see if someone knows who you are, because guarantee they won't.
Exactly.
Right.
They
Exactly.
won't. You're not famous. You're a personality.
Right.
A person that people see, but you're not famous. I mean, famous people
I'm
are like Marilyn
an
Monroe.
experience for. I want all the experiences of the paranormal. It's
Yeah, it makes me laugh.
so right though. You are so
mean,
right.
I mean,
Facebook fame.
I mean, Zach Baggins, he's famous. He's known all over the world.
Right.
He's known all over the world. Some
Regardless
of these people
of
that
your
are on these
opinion,
shows,
he is,
people
yeah.
don't even know who the fuck they are if they saw him in a grocery store. It's like, I don't know who you
Yeah.
are. It's just funny. I
is
laugh
funny.
at it.
The truth is the truth, honey. The truth is the truth.
Yeah.
It is, and I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. So I'll let it out.
Y'all say hi to Jake. That's my little cousin.
Hey, Jay.
I was looking. Hey Jay, how are
Hi.
you?
He's gonna be a future Bigfooter, guys.
Awesome.
Oh,
No, but if someone wants to be famous and be on TV shows, it's all good.
Thanks.
I mean, everybody, I wouldn't mind being on a show, but it'd be mainly for my kid, and that would be it. It's not for glory.
Yeah.
It's not for fame. My ego would not go up through the roof. I'd always be who I am. I'll always be the loving, kind Mish, and that's who I am. So, I mean,
I believe it.
so,
Yeah. You're perfect just the way you are.
thank you.
I love her. I love her.
Oh,
this is gonna go down. You know it, right? This is
Yeah,
gonna go
this is-
down.
Yeah, this has got to happen.
Welcome to the family.
yay!
Oh, I'm so happy you're here tonight or today. So you said tonight, but because I knew there was so much more to you, and I wanted to hear it. I'm so happy that you spoke with us and dropped those. You were so nervous
Yeah.
at first. I'm like, no, I knew you were going to do great. So I appreciate you for actually doing this with us.
Thank
Because
you
she
for
was so
having me.
excited. She was so excited. She's like, Beth, you're going to love her. And I was like,
I
all
actually
right.
friended Beth.
Okay.
I friended Beth, and I'm like, oh, she doesn't want to be my friend. Cancel.
Oh,
I was like, jeez.
This is so awesome. This is like a Megan Thee Stallion song for me right now.
Oh boy.
Tattoos, reckless mouth. This is going to be awesome.
We're a true rare breed. We all are.
Yes.
amen.
I mean,
To the
and
people
I
in the
agree
back
totally
row.
with you. See, who wants to watch a scripted show? Let's
Right.
just be honest.
No, let it go.
It's not real. It's not real. I myself think documentaries where you can be authentic,
Yes, absolutely.
true to who you are. I love the podcast because this is basically, like I said, family you actually like, sitting around a table talking.
Conversating.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. I cuss a lot, but it's
Me
part of
too.
who I am.
I think maybe that's why we don't have shows, because it'll be going beep, 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 beep,
Beep,
beep,
beep.
beep, 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 beep,
Oh,
Yes.
beep, beep.
I'll go
I
ahead
went
and
live.
extend the invite now. I'm going to have you on the Wicked Woman show.
Oh, I'll be honored.
There
Thank you.
Yes.
Go, yes.
Yeah, I will get in touch with you, see when you can work it out. I have a show called The Wicked Women of the Paranormal.
You know
And
what? You know
We can cuss
cool?
all you want, honey.
I know what would be really cool if you had me, Rebecca Genesis, and Lisa Ludwig on a show. For the
We'll make it
Wicked
happen.
Women. You
We'll make it happen.
guys, that show would be bomb ass. You guys would be so entertained. You think I'm freaking silly? Just
Oh.
wait till you got 3 of us.
We'll make it happen. Just like, we're going to have to make this, all of us get together. You come out with the family.
Yes.
Come on out to the East Coast. We got you.
Okay. Well, if you get friended with Rebecca and you want her on the Wicked Women show
Yeah.
with myself, and I'll give you Lisa's name. You
Okay.
guys, we can make that happen. Us 3 girls. You guys would be
Yeah.
thoroughly entertained.
Oh,
What I would tell you is watch your inbox. I'm sure you made a lot of new friends today. So
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah,
Hi,
absolutely.
everyone.
Are all y'all
me.
doing Texas Paracon this year?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Yeah. Well, you know, my
I'll be
birthday's
there.
August the 3rd. I'll make sure I'm in Fort Worth before the 13th and the 14th. Texas takeover.
There you
Texas takeover.
Yes, there's some places we can take over. You got plenty of time.
Yes.
go. Mhm.
Yes.
I would like to do the Baker Hotel. Is that?
Well, it's not possible unless you want to go to jail right now. It's
Oh,
it's
yeah, no.
under construction.
Oh.
They're renovating it. It's way past due. COVID had a lot to do with that. The projected date was 2023, but it is nowhere near like where it should be. And I am
wow.
thinking like I heard that they're trying to not want to deal. This is hearsay too much on the paranormal side, which bothers me. I'm like, leave half of the damn hotel alone, get it up to code, let people stay there if they want, and let the other people investigate, because this is a small town. They're not going to book that huge place. They're just not going to do it. And I
There's
hate to see
no
that place
way.
go
They could
dormant
make
again.
so much money.
Mhm.
Oh, like
And they could
maybe,
have
like,
3 or
maybe the
4 teams
basement.
in sections,
Yeah.
different bookings at once on a 24-hour
Yes.
period, and let them rotate every 8 hours. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's just, there's
Yeah,
so much to be done.
I
and
actually
done there.
saw a picture of that because I was looking for haunted locations in Texas, and I was like, "Oh my god!" I mean,
Yeah.
the picture, it just drew me.
Oh, girl,
And
I
I'm
can have you in multiple places, right? Like half a block from there that are just as awesome. But that one, it is very awesome. You just can't get in. But Mineral Wells definitely has some activity there.
maybe I'll
Get your
figure
butt to
something
Texas
out
and let's play.
and
Yeah,
come
because I
back
still want to do
Texas.
Yorktown.
Yep, it's down south.
You guys have to come to Nevada.
Oh, I'm about that
life.
Virginia City.
Yep. Yeah.
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 Joe, Shannon, I'll get the van. I'll pick you up on the way.
Come on, bring it on. Bring it on.
Wait, I'm
Joe,
waiting for Todd to chime in and
Joe,
say he's driving.
I'll hook you
And
up
I'll have
with
some
Mike
tacos ready for you
Casey.
guys when you get here.
Yes.
You know what?
Hey,
Bitches
Joe.
love tacos.
I'll hook you up with Mike Casey. You two can go hunting while we do our hunting.
Okay. Yeah,
You probably should have him on your show. He's pretty cool.
Okay.
Mike
Of course,
Casey.
Todd.
Look, see, I told you Todd was going to chime in. I'll drive. I told you.
You said it. It's too late now.
And just know that all van rides are recorded
Oh, Jesus.
because the footage is priceless.
Yes.
See bloopers,
document
yeah.
that crap. That's a documentary.
Yes.
Yes. Guys, my 3-year-old is pawning at the door, and I had to keep muting it because he is losing his shit right now. So please carry on. And I wish I could stay longer. And I've so much enjoyed this podcast. But I love you guys, and I will
Love
talk
you.
to you soon.
Love you. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you,
You too,
Shannon.
guys.
We'll be in
Bye,
touch.
honey.
Absolutely. We'll chit chat in a little bit. All right,
Yes,
bye.
All right.
All right. Be good. Well, all right. Yeah, I was getting ready to close the show out anyway. I don't know what that is. Beth, you have anything to add before we close it out?
No, thank you. It's good to see you again.
Yeah.
Michelle, it was awesome meeting you, honey. I will be in touch. We'll make some
Okay.
things happen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm glad to meet you.
You have anything that you want to close out with, Michelle? Any kind of contact information that people want to get a hold of you, or give out your TikTok, whatever you want to give out?
I'm on TikTok, Ghost Magnet 1. I also I'm doing 3 events this year. In June, I'm doing Washington, Chalice, Washington. I'm doing the Chalice Paracon in August sometime. I don't know what dates those are. I'll be doing a 3-day event. I'll be speaking there as well. And then in October, I'll be doing the Vulture City Paracon in Vulture City, Arizona.
Cool beans.
And
Yeah,
I'll
I
be
saw
speaking-
that. I might have to come out to that one.
Oh, you have to. It's amazing. 13 haunted buildings.
Dang.
It's like Disneyland for a paranormal investigator. That's all I
Get ready,
can say.
Joe. Get ready, Joe. We'll pick
Yeah,
you up on
yeah.
the way, honey.
Oh, it's going to be an amazing event. It's 3 days long. I think they've got like over 20 some odd speakers. There's going to be tons of vendors. I mean, it's workshops, numerous workshops. It's going to the last one I went to, the best I've ever been to.
Really? That's
Yes,
awesome.
the best.
That's good.
Marie and Jay Yates sure do know how
Yeah.
to throw an event.
Yeah. Their
So-
name certainly makes the rounds.
Yeah, they're amazing. I love them. They're my brother and sister.
Good deal. Well, all right, guys. Thanks a lot for tuning in. Everyone in the chat room, I really appreciate that. I like when everyone's participating. It makes the show a lot more fun.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. All right, you guys hold on, and I'm going to end the broadcast. Thanks again, everyone, and we'll see you. My next show is Saturday. I'll have Mr. Steve Brooks on. We'll be talking Bigfoot stuff. All right, guys. Thank you, guys.